Turkey continues to appeal for help as the death toll from a catastrophic earthquake that hit the country and Syria rises. Rescuers are working in freezing weather in the hopes of finding more people alive. Here in South Africa, the Turkish embassy has set up collection points for some of the most urgent items required. These include blankets, generators and sleeping bags. Let's discuss this further. We're joined by Ayşegül Kandaş, the Ambassador of Turkiye to South Africa, Lesotho and Eswatini. Thank you very much, Ambassador, for joining us this evening. And first of all, our most heartfelt sympathies to all of your countrymen facing such absolute devastation back home. In light of the growing need, what are you appealing for South Africans to help with in terms of donations?
Thank you very much, first of all, for giving me this opportunity to appeal to the South African public and to express our gratitude for the type of aids they have come up with and the fast response. Right now, I need to first of all tell you about actually the magnitude of the disaster. The numbers are continuing. This is the 5th day since the earthquake happened, and there were 2 earthquakes actually, 9 hours apart. So more than 6,500 buildings have been demolished. And right now the death toll is more than 21,000. The number of injured is 92,000, but as I said, still there is a search and rescue teams on the ground, and miracles are happening by the minute, even though the 72-hour deadline has passed. So the number of people rescued so far stands at over 80,000, the ones rescued under the rubble. The number of search and rescue personnel from Turkey and from abroad is around 166,000 in total. 8,000 among those are coming from foreign countries. We are so grateful that so far more than 95 countries have offered help. 20 are on their way. At this point, more than search and rescue personnel and more than doctors, we need other items, as you said, because right now we are past the 72-hour limit, plus all the medical doctors coming from abroad as well are on the ground. Since there are no hospitals in the region anymore, the field hospitals have been established. Certain countries have given field hospitals. They are in place. What we need right now, more than medical personnel, medical devices, equipment, and medicine. Apart from that, certain items, as you said, and I want to repeat, right now we need, the most urgently needed material is winter tents. It gets to -6 degrees at night. Even some of the search and rescue teams do not have tents. So far, the number of tents on the ground is more than 100,000. But we need more than that. So we want to appeal to all countries for tents. All the embassies, Turkish embassies around the world, over 250 Turkish embassies around the world are trying to get winter tents, sleeping bags, blankets, gas heaters, since there is no electricity in the region. And as I said, another one, very important, generators. And I have to say, if you allow me, our gratitude, I want to express our gratitude, first of all, to the Muslim community in South Africa in responding so swiftly in aid, in sending assistance. Also the South African government for all their favorable response. All the NGOs on the ground, as far as we know, there are 6 NGOs from South Africa who have gone to Turkey with their search and rescue teams. The first and foremost is Gift of the Givers. And there are other NGOs like Alimdat on the ground. Then I would like to express our gratitude for all the donation campaigns in South Africa right now, and all the donations they are bringing to the collection sites. And if you could please allow me, I'd like to announce certain things which we are announcing constantly, regularly updating from our social media sites: Turkish Embassy Twitter page, Turkish Embassy Facebook page, the internet page of the Turkish Embassy. We are announcing those. If you allow me, I'd like to mention these collection points for in-kind donations and the bank account numbers for money donations.
Absolutely. Please do go ahead.
Thank you so much. The Turkish Embassy Twitter page is at Turkish EMB PTA. The Facebook page is easy to find, Pretoria, Turkish Embassy. And then we have the website, which is quite clear to get to. Then we have, for instance, as of this morning, we have announced the most urgent items to be sent. Of course, in the beginning, from South Africa, lots of winter clothes were sent in the first few days. Shoes, winter clothes, other items. But now we do not need clothes to be donated anymore. We have announced the cities, the addresses in different cities of South Africa where people can drop off these materials. There's one in Pretoria, which is our TICA office, Turkish Development Cooperation Office, in Pretoria. The second one is in Johannesburg, the Yunus Emre Cultural Institute. The third one is in Durban, the headquarters or the address of DeFi. DeFi is a Turkish company, as you know. In Cape Town, it is the address of the residence of our Consul General. The addresses and the contact numbers of all these collection points are announced on our Twitter, Facebook, and internet pages. Then the bank account numbers. First of all, the Turkish Disaster Management Authority, Turkish Disaster Management Center, it is called AFAD, AFAD, is the national coordinator of all the relief efforts. So AFAD has announced the bank account numbers in dollars and euros that people can donate to. Then, in addition to that, we have, as the Turkish Embassy, have opened a local account at one of the banks here in Pretoria for donations in rands. We have announced all those bank accounts on our social media websites as well. I have to also tell you, all the rescue teams so far, which is close to 70 from South Africa, all these NGOs, were carried to Turkey by Turkish Airlines, because Turkish Airlines from all over the world is our flag carrier and carrying everyone free of charge. The cargo, all these materials which come to us, to these collection points, are also carried by Turkish Airlines cargo free of charge. What we need at most, as I said, is winter tents, and from the private sector especially, private sector of South Africa, donations. We know they are not really produced in big amounts in South Africa because of the weather, but whatever we can contribute with, we really appreciate it, because the need is high. Even though 100,000 tents are on the ground and nobody can go back to their flats or their houses, even for the rescue teams, we need more tents. Just yesterday, for instance, every day there's Turkish Airlines cargo carrying stuff from South Africa. Yesterday, for instance, we sent a total of 100 winter tents to the region. Apart from that, I have to say, from the region, which covers 10 cities, as you know, and which has directly affected 3.5 million people, from that region, Turkish citizens are being evacuated by the Turkish state, mostly by planes. And so far, more than 92,000 people have been evacuated from the region, have gone to more central places. In addition to that, I need to also say we are grateful to the South African Health Department for organizing a certain list of medicine and medical devices, I must say, which will be transported soon. Certain big pharmaceutical companies like Aspen have come into the picture, have organized medicine. The list of required medicine and medical devices are again announced on our website and social media pages.
Minister, Ambassador, I do apologize. We are unfortunately going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much for letting South Africans know how they can contribute to helping all those affected, 3.5 million people affected by this horrific devastation of this earthquake. And we wish your citizens all the best. And hopefully, as we've seen in the past, South Africans really do have an outpouring of support. And I'm sure we'll see those donations come through in their numbers. Thank you very much. That was Ambassador Ayşegül Kandaş, Ambassador of Turkiye here in South Africa, Lesotho and Eswatini. Please do visit their social media pages to look for those donation drop-off points if you can assist in any way.